Unoccupied for years, millions gone to waste. Tonight, Cutting Edge takes you back to the story of the Dube hostel housing units that are now totally destroyed, while the rightful owners watch on in misery. "62 years after it was constructed, Dube hostel is older than the surrounding houses, and it's showing.
Kunamapipe amadala alezi supply amanzi kulezi. Manje siyavuza la. Ngithe yona le nto ifile. Ngathi ibheka ngathi ikhekile ngathi ibheka.
From broken homes they live in to broken homes they were promised.
Ukuningi nje kwakuphakathi nje kwakubekiwe ngoba ngomalight ngoba boyini babe kuthatha nje ubona bengaze behambe kudayisa estradini okunya kwabo.
Kuba khona empethu ngozingena ezindlini nebhodo nje liyanuka nje uba lingenile kufela impukane nako uba ndiphisiwe funa ngiqala ngicelela ingane ngicela unibambele ingane ngisawubhosha ngisazokhangela uba liyobhosha phi.
Iqiniso abantu abaziwa uhulumeni ngokuhlala lapha abawu 29 uyabona ke lenqwaba yabantu egcwele lapha asikwazi ukukhuluma ngayo.
In 2013, Cutting Edge brought you the story of hostels, where we featured the Dube hostel debacle, which resulted from a misunderstanding about whether the houses were originally rentals or giveaways.
In the year 2008, the Department of Housing in Gauteng, as well as the city of Johannesburg, demolished parts of Dube hostel. This, they said, was to build family units that you can see over the green roofs. They are said to have promised residents relocation within 6 months. 4 years later, residents remain in what was supposed to be temporary housing.
Fast forward to 2017, and the number of hostel dwellers in a developing area like Soweto is surprising, at a time when the government is striving for continuous rollout of RDP housing, developments and upgrades to the township. As these structures were originally for housing migrant workers who had been evicted from the inner city during apartheid times, and not families. But socio-economic factors have pushed people to live under these harsh hostel conditions. Ubaba Unkanyiso Skakani is one of the community leaders here at Dube Hostel, and he takes us on a walk through this place that he, like many others, call home.
Kunamapipe amadala alezi supply amanzi kulezi. Manje siyavuza la. Semushamela. Hayi la phela kuningi indawo evuza. Manje kunehlana nalabo esorisha ungabusazi ke manje uthi. Apha ubethe ukandakanda bezobafaka la. Endaweni emazi ukuthi basokhila. Ngikubona kumahlika nje kubona ukandakanda la amakhasi. Bahlikize beshiye kunje ngiyobona kuxhafuka nje.
Nabantu abahlalayo la.
Kunabantu phakathi. Moses mina phakathi. Ngithe yona le nto ifile. Ngathi ibheka ngathi ikhekile ngathi ibheka.
Siyawa la.
La kunamanzi ukuthi maqhamuka amanzi angene egcwele endlini. Yabona nje la ngihlala khona. Ngithola endlini kufuna sibe u8. Kodwa uthola mhlawumbe endlini phakathi sisu20. Kwenzakalani ngaleso sikhathi leyo? Ukupheleka amasipala eduze kwabantu. Umasipala abantu abahlala eDube hostel akabazi ukuthi inkinga le. Endaweni enjima uyibheka. Ayikwazi ukugcina ingabi nako ukugebenga. Ngoba ungaphakathi endlini khona na ungasamanzi ukuthi okay ubanike lo kulala abantu. Uthola abantu bawu4 bawu3 ngaphakathi ekamereni eliwa.
Currently in Johannesburg, there are fines and strict laws in place for those found wasting water. But in Dube Hostel, there is a constant overflow of burst water and sewer pipes and leaking taps as the infrastructure weakened over the years and is now unable to cope.
Ayihlale iblockile nje noma beyivulile kube isikhashanyana mhlambe ivika liphelile.
It's hard to imagine, but just a stone throw away from Dube Hostel is the ever-buzzing and thriving Vilakazi Street, where all kinds of people obliviously move freely in the tourist-filled area. Meanwhile, back here, life is anything but rosy. The whole property, including the community hall, is run down.
Akunayo nje into engathi ihlelekile for abantwana. Nokufika ke nje mhlambe njengabantu abanjengama social worker ke bezohlangana nomphakathi waseDube mhlambe unikeze izindlela okufuna bephile ngazo.
These housing units were completed already by 2012 and promised to some hostel residents, but no one moved in.
Housing mayifika la uthe ulethe isakhiwo sabantu baseDube. Akasitshelanga ngokunye kodwa egcineni masitshela ngama private companies ahlukahlukene masitshela ngoyini iJosco neDuramov asazi ukuthi lezo nkampani leza kakhuluma ngazo bazithatha kuphi baxoxe nobani ngazo kodwa nje basigcina besitshela ngazo ngiyobona ke isakhiwo sinjena nje kusukela lapho ukuthi kwaba nokushayisana kwambono nokungahleleki kwezinto ngendlela erayithi.
The over 95 million rand low-cost housing project was earmarked for residents in Dube, Diepkloof and Mzimhlophe. But hostel dwellers refused to move in, saying they could not afford to pay the services and refused to allow other qualifying beneficiaries to move in.
Ukuqala nje kwazo kwakhiwa qala ngo-2007 mangcabanga ngoba kuzofika manje lesikhathi samanje. Kodwa nje kuphela kwazo complete mangcabanga 2011 okanye 2012 lase iphelile selindele ukuthi seziready ukuthi ufike ukungena abantu phakathi kodwa kwenzakalanga kanjalo. Sathi usotshelwa ukuthi kufuna sikhokha ama 750 satshelwa ngezinto eziningi nje singazange saxoxa ngazo. Ngicabanga ukuthi owafika kwamisa yonke le ndaba yesakhiwo wasukela lapho ekuthenini asiboni ngasolinye no housing uhousing seqhamuka nembono yakhe esingazange sixoxa ngayo futhi angazange ehlala phansi nathi ngazo bagcina besitshela ukuthi la kulesakhiwo kuzohlala umntakabani.
When I was passing the casino, I said, that edge came, said, just try, you never know. You might go home with 80,000, times 4 the amount that you have. And that stupid day, I lost all my money.
Never allow glamorous lifestyles to push you beyond your means.
The awakening moment was that 2007, when I left my children alone. I realized this is hurting me.
Ask for professional help if gambling is controlling you. Know when to stop.
I faced reality that for you there's no quick reach, so you just have to work hard. So it's gone.
For all your uplifting stories, catch Bupilong every Friday at 17:30.
Around 2007, residents of this hostel were convinced that they were next in line to benefit from RDP housing, which was designed for those who cannot afford housing and those unemployed. However, when the time came for them to move into the units, the story changed for the worse.
Ama-containers housing. Thina njengobuholi kwakushiwo kwathi ama-containers wafuni ngoba gcina enza ubugebengu. Gcina kungenayo inhlalo eright mase kufaka ama-container. Bawafaka nje ubone ekhona. Kunabantu ke kiwo lama-container abebekhishwe ngaphakathi. Isakhiwo lesasehostel abawofakwa la. Mase sakhiwe lesakhiwo sesikhona. Thathani labantu phela nibafake nibabuyisele ezindlini njengoba nabakhiphe ezindlini. Akukaze kwenzeka. Amanye kama-container ekade ekhona nje hleli abantu bagcine behambe beyongenela bona ngokwabo ngafaka ngoba asikwazi kahle inhloso yayo ukuthi kokuyini ngoba phela la engimkhona njengamanje kwakuyisigaba kwafuna ukuthi makwakhiwa lesakhiwo siphela kuthathwa abantu befakwe la bekhishwe ezindlini kufakwe la kubhidlizwe lezo zindlu kuvulwe kuhlelwe leyo ndawo ihlala ivulekile uqale mhlawumbe esinye isakhiwo mangabe kuyenzeka ukube kwakuneqiniso kodwa kwase kukhombisa ukuthi iqiniso le 2012 bese iphendile izindlu indoda ingena abantu phakathi qala ukumosheka lapha kodwa abantu abazi kahle phela laba abebegadele sakhiwo laba bephethe sakhiwo kodwa umuntu ophethe yonke lenkulumo labantu bakwa housing ukuyibona babelanga leso sikhathi.
The containers Ubaba is referring to are the green and blue containers provided as temporary shelter for those who were moved to make way for the new houses at Dube Hostel.
Imbangela ukuthi siphume kwase kukuningi ngoba kwase kuthiwa sibambe zesakhiwo kuzofakwa isuka lesihlala khona ukuthi kuzothi izindlu lehleli kuzo ngakho kunama-container sohlala kwisikhathi esincanyana ukuze sikwazi uma kuqeda izindlu lezi zakhiwa singene kuzo. Nakubanga lolu kuvuma kwaba into ethatha isikhathi ngoba abanye bethu babe nakho lokubona mhlawumbe ngenzeka kugcine ngaphuka endlini. Bathi bona cha bafuna ukuphuma nje bengene endlini abafuna ukuze ema-container. Abanye bethu ngenxa ukuthi basebevele izindlu zabo zayidilika-ke nje kaningi amaphepha efika eshutha nabeyindaba befika besikhuluma nabo bebona ukuthi wenye izindlu zihlala kuyo thina 39A unit yakhona yayisikekelezwe minisele yamanzi uma isuwa ingena phakathi mawuhleli nje endlini uphekile ungene yonke into nje phakathi endlini okwenza ukuthi-ke kwase kubalula kuthina sahlala kuleyo ndlu le ukuthi sithi hayi cha singaba ngcono thina ukuthi sishibe sikhiphe ngoba akusahlalisekile kuleyo ndlu leyo.
Whilst they were promised to only be here for 6 months, it's now 7 years later in this concentration style camp.
Lobona nje agcwala within a day. Mathatha khona awathatha isikhathi uma-ke nje bashintsha namhlanje intamba basegcwele mabashintsha namhlanje intamba basegcwele so nje shuthi uhlelo lwawo nje angisaboni ukuhlelo mina ngathi ufuna bohlelo oluphasiswayo lokuthi angabe yasebenza kungangcono mhlawumbe basebenze uhlelo ukuthi mhlawumbe befake amathole mhlawumbe engcono la ashawayo lawa nje ngiyabona sengasebenza.
Manje uthe baba sekunenyanga bangawathathi manje benze njani makunjani?
Abantu sebenzisa ukuthi bemahlathini abanye bocela eziteshini abanye ehostela abanye besebenza bethola abasebenza khona kuphela. Thina nje basingela abantu bakhonza ukuchatha nje bekube inkinga kakhulu ngoba manje awukwazi ukuthi ungenza leyo ndlela leyo ukuthi ukwazi ukuklina umzimba wakho ngoba awukwazi ukungenelela ethoileni makushisa kusehlobo nje akuhlalele kulona makubanda kusebusika akuhlalele kulona linkinga nje awuvele ungathi futhi ungavele ungene ungalivalanga ngoba nje ligcwalisa into ongazi nje ukunuka lokho emzimbeni wakho.
Manje nabantu abahlala la eduzane ngoba ngiyezwa namanje ayanuka njengoba kuzoshisa kahle.
Abo nje nanti ikhishi lo muntu ohlala la eduze nanti ikhishi lakhe umuntu ohlala eduze mama ezopheka nje evula iwindi lokudla kwakhe sekumoshakele ngenxa kwephunga.
Hey sikhathele lama toilet asazi ukuthi ugovernment uthini ngathi ngoba sihlale endaweni engcolile sinabantwana sina yonke into la manje asazi ukuthi sifanele senze njani noma bafuna siwathwale siwayisemgwaqeni na sikhathele izindlu asinazo ama-toilet ayabheda yonke lento siseyigangeni nje silahliwe
ama-toilet abasawalandi inyanga empili bangasawalanda ama-toilet asazi ukuthi sizayithuma kuphi.
Niyenze njani mama makumele niyo toilet?
Siyayigangeni phela manje angeke ungene la kule toilet ndinenkinga mna nomntwana umntana mncane ungaka andikhona ukuvula iwindi kuyatshisa emkhukhwini ngamane kasuka amathoyilethi angabikho kunoba ahlala agcwala benje cause kuba khona empethu ngozingena ezindlini.
Manje wena njengoba uhlala eduzane ne-smell lesi ukhona kanjani?
Ndiyathi ndiyahamba ndiyohlala kwezinye indawo ndimke emkhukhwini wami kuba yiphunga nengane ndibuye entambama sekupholile andisapheki nebhodo nje liyanuka nje uba lingenile kufela impukane ijike nje ibe lihlaza.
Kukuphatha kanjani lokho sisi?
Kundiphatha kabuhlungu nje novele nje ndithi ngase ndingawaqukula mna ndiwasele ndiyowachitha le kubakho umsebenzi wawo mosagcwele njanje nako uba ndiphisiwe funa ndiqala ndicelela ingane ngicela undibambele ingane ndisawubhosha ndisazokhangela uba ndiyobhosha phi. Hayi kona kubuhlungu sihluphekile kakhulu sihlupheke nengane zethu nje. Oh mntanami
le mkhukhule iyatsha amabox akhona wekho right sihleli kabuhlungu nje la
manje ushiswa yini mkhukhu?
Ayayitshela nje lamaplaka akhona kuvele kushe nje la splaka khona kuvele kunuke intambo shuthi nje kuya amabox nje wasekho right.
Manje kushe kwamoshakala yonke
into ngiqale phansi njengoba nibona nje.
All this whilst a deadlock ensued and promised premises became broken promises, rendering the buildings uninhabitable and a hotbed for criminal activity.
Bazinje sitombuzi. Kahle ngabe indawo engumfayo mangabe ilungise zidilizwe ingconosho. Utheza phepha ukukhuluma nangu umuntu usekhuleka. Zinobugebengu. Masikhuluma ngendaba yezakhiwo lezi ama-hostel makufika lapha ku-housing. Sifike sinikeze umuntu okuthiwa uzasebenza ngama-hostel. Ngangikhumbula kuloya nyaka ophelile sasitshelwa ngomamabulu. Sithe masifika kulo nyaka olandela lophelile February kufuna ukuthi sidibane naye amabulu. Satshelwa ukuthi sekunomashadi.
But how and why did the houses get to this state?
Yazi ukuthini sisi? Lesakhiwo simoshakele kunabantu abakhona bakantini. So yikho ngithi mina uhousing uzangichazela ukuthi babe sebenza kanjani labantu abagadisa security yabo bayayazi babenze kanjani naleyo security.
Okay. Zimosheke eziloko zigadiwe lezi.
Kwaqala lana kutheni mhlawumbe abanye bengabhadali bengaholeleki imali ababeka ama security laba bangabaqaphi bazi izindlu. Shubaba budedengi kwegarden ngoba kwaqala ngokuthi khishwe iminyango ungaze ukuthi iminyango ikhishwa kanjani abantu begadile kodwa sathola ukuthi labantu ngathi bebengasabhadeleki imali zabo ngendlela efanele ngoba abanye babo bebegada nje lemkhukhu le babesho bethi sebenenyanga zesithupha bengaholi manje ke kuba umuntu ngokusekuvolunteer ukuvuka eksene emsebenzini ukuthi eze ebusuku ezogada manje ke abantu bese benethuba ngoba phela sekunalabantu abakuthiwa amaphara ogweva ababona kulahlile kubona umnyango uvuliwe endlini bengene bethathe noma yini manje kwaqala phona oba nezitofu nje zikhona phakathi furniture njengamakhabethe uningi nje kwakuphakathi nje kwakubekiwe ngoba noma ngama-light noma ngoba kuyini babe kuthatha nje ubona bengaze behambe kudayisa estradini okunye kwabo kwase kuba into nje esenza ukuthi ke babona ukuthi sekwindlela okuphila bangaphila khona ngoba okuningi bese bayakwenza nje bekuthatha ngabe ngaba amawindi ngaba iroof noma ngabe amaplango noma ngabe yini bekuthatha bambe ukudayisela laba badinga usizo bangakusebenzisa.
Dube Hostel is not an isolated issue. Still in Soweto, hundreds more similar units stood unoccupied for years, like the houses in Mzimhlophe. These houses were recently built up again after being vandalized, like the Dube Hostel ones.
Jumbo Africa, welcome to the newsroom. I'm Elvis Preslin. I'm Kendall Mahamad.
Let us build our continent brick by brick, stone by stone, until we achieve.
Plus, had asked the court to review and cancel the contract after adverse findings by both the Auditor General as well as the Public Protector.
Well, Christianity is under attack globally. It has been from the beginning of time.
Get all the dominating stories locally and globally on Newsroom every Monday to Friday from 9 a.m.
Rights and recourse tackles constitutional issues.
When South Africa became a constitutional democracy, we had a fairly sound legal system in place requiring the constitution to guide the direction in which it must go and the way in which it must be refashioned.
The Justice Ministry, the custodian of human rights.
We actually have a plan to come up with a comprehensive review of our human rights instrument.
Advocates dealing with evidence.
Sometimes you have to use a crook to catch a crook. So we expected that credibility would really be taken to task. You try and consult your witnesses and prepare them as best as you can.
Hashtag Rights with Dumila Mates on legal issues every Sunday at 2 o'clock.
It is 6 p.m. Central African Time, broadcasting live from Johannesburg. This is Primetime News.
South Africa said farewell to one of the Rivonia trialists, Uncle Kathy, a fearless stalwart.
With this man who was so engaged, so busy, so witty, so funny, so wise, and so incredibly principled.
Joseph Shabalala has been honored for his contribution to the South African music industry. A statue in his honor was unveiled during an annual gala dinner in Ladysmith.
The shot of the day, however, belonged to American Daniel Berger, who chipped in for an eagle on the par 4 fifth hole.
For all your news updates, stay on Primetime News every Saturday and Sunday from 6 p.m.
Dube, Mzimhlophe and Deep Kloof hostels have been undergoing a major makeover under the City of Johannesburg's multi-million rand Soweto Hostel Redevelopment and Upgrading Program, a joint initiative with the Gauteng Department of Human Settlements. For now, those living in houses dilapidating rapidly will say goodbye to those structures and be the first to be moved to the newly repaired units.
Uhlelo oluthi njengoba desingena kulezi zindle ezilimele esebonakala ukuthi sezingaba nobungozi ebantwini ngaphakathi kuzakhishwa labo bantu befakwe lapha behlaliswe kulezi zindle uma leso sakhiwo sebephumile kulesakhiwo esidala sibhidliswe kuvuleke kunjani indawo kusho ukuthi kuzathi mase kuqhubeka indaba yesakhiwo bese kuzofuthi kufakwe esinye isakhiwo sabachazeka
balaba abazokhetha izindlu kwamanje kuthiwa abazokuhlala bona kusemthethweni bazohlala ngokuthi isikhasha esincanyana bazoncedisana ngamakamera should bazoashare kafishane ngoba unity A1 nje inemizo 4 should bazohlala bebe 8 bazohlala ngoku2 manje uhlelo lakhona balibeka kanjalo bona bathi kodwa egcineni thina esadidizwe izindlu sizoyithola izindlu ekugcineni.
It is, however, still not clear how the allocation of the rest of the houses will go, or if Babs Kakane will have his own home soon.
Njengamanje ngoba phela nakho siyakwenza sikhona nathi. Ngiqiniseka ukuthi kuzakwenzeka. Nana ngathi nakho nikhona. Ngizaphinda nibuye nizobuka ukuthi lento asasixoxa igcina iqhubeka yenzeka yini noma mhlambe igcina isingenye indlela futhi. Kodwa nje okwamanje ngisenalo lelo themba lokuthi kuzoqhubeka ukuthi kuthathwa abantu befakwe besuswe kulezi zindlu engaseke esimene esilungile ukuthi behlale kizo.
We spoke to MMC for Housing to find out if a set program is in place for the houses.
Zikhona ingxoxo ezikhona njengamanje ezixoxwayo. Okwamanje mahostela asikabi nohlelo olucacile lokunikeza abantu ubunikazi. Kodwa into ekusafuneka ixoxwe kuya phambili. Into esizama ukuyenza ukuthi laba bantu njengalabo nje ababesuswe ehostela bayobekwa lapha kulama container ababuyiselwe endaweni zabo ebafanele njengoba babeceliwe bavume.
And although the repairs are underway, government says they don't recognize all the Dube hostel residents.
Iqiniso abantu abaziwa uhulumeni ngokuhlala lapha abawu 29 uyabona ke lenqwaba yabantu egcwele lapha asikwazi ukukhuluma ngayo Njengamanje yena nje kuneyinhlelo esizenzayo zokuthi labo bantu ababeceliwe ukuthi badedele isakhiwo ngaphakathi ehostela bayohlala lapha kunohlelo lokuthi babuyiselwe ngaphakathi. Ibona abantu bokuqala esingathi phecelezi bazoprioritize ukuba bakwazi ukubuyela bathola indawo efanele. Le ndawo sizoyiqeda ishwake noma yibhadi ukuthi kukhona abantu abarentisayo lapha sebethathe umthetho bawubeke ezandleni ngoba labantu nje okhuluma ngabe inqwaba lo ishoyo akayazi uhulumeni futhi asizuyibophezela into esingayazi.
From an aerial view, that is not the case though. Housing admitted that they brought the blue and green containers here.
Mina bengafisa kube nje uhulumeni angasisiza kwakhiwe. Kungakhiwa amahafu. Kwakhiwe nje makukhishwa abantu lapha kulesakhiwo edala bezofaka izinto iqhutshwe kwakhiwe. Siphele indaba yesakhiwo phakathi kuthiwe bonke abantu bahlele endlini ehlanzekile nemukelela ukuthi sikwazi ukuhlala abantu ngendlela eqondile.
Uma sambe sizwa lapha emgwaqweni kuthiwe kukhona abarentayo barentisa abantu abathile lapha sekuyarentwa kufakwa imkhukhu ilanga nelanga. Uma sike saqeda ngifuna ukuqinisekisa lokho abantu belalele bonke. Uma sike saqeda ngalabantu abawu29 abaziwa uhulumeni sizoyisusa le yamkhukhu lapha ngoba nenkunzi ikhuphukile kubanjwe inkunzi lapha abantu bayakhala nje kule ndawo. Ngakho ke alukho uhlelo olucacile lokuthi kuzofanele kube khona le informal settlement. Fanele isuke uma sike salungisa nje udaba lalabantu esibaziyo ngoba bakhona abantu abaziwa uhulumeni lapha.
Ayikho indlela yokumlahla umuntu. Manje mina ngize lapho ukuthi lapha manje ngaba nosizo. Imkhukhu yonke engayiyekeli. Isimningi impela yona. Kodwa nje ushuthi nakho kwenziwa yikho lokuthi iminyaka iseminingi futhi abantu bengalungiseli ingakho futhi iqhubeka futhi yandi bamningi. Elami nje lapho igama bengenalo.
After all that's been said and done, the residents can only hang on to hope.
Lokho abakwenza manje sekukusha kuseyikho lokho kwaphambilini lokwaphambilini kwabulawa njengoba sisho ukuthi izindlu bayibulala nje zaqala phansi beqala phansi manje nanabantu abazakhayo manje akuseyibula bebezakha phambilini sekwelinye uhlelo sebelakhe kabusha ithemba esinalo kodwa ngoba phela kuthiwa libulali futhi kufanele sisebenze ngalowo ndlela ngoba ngeke uzubulawe ithemba.